Hello everybody. So what I'm going to do today is walk you through how to access our Google Classroom and how to turn in an assignment. Okay? So the first thing I want you to think about is who I am pretending to be. I am not Miss Rennick right now. My name is T. T is for test student. So I've logged in to my Eximius account under my name, just like you have your own Eximius Gmail account under your name. So once you are in your Eximius account, right, if you logged into your email, you would see something like this. You'd have all these emails, right? Now, you're first going to hover over here to your Google Apps. You're going to click on Google Apps and then go to Classroom. So now that you're in Classroom, you're going to see all of the classes that you're a part of. So I'm enrolled in all of these classes, but I'm going to want to do my work right now for one class. So I'm going to go into my English class with Miss Rennick, period 8, and I want to do my work in that class. So I'm going to click on English period 8. And the first thing I'm going to notice is there's a stream, and I might be like, oh my God, I've missed all of this work, right? Because this is just a place where anything Miss Rennick has posted has gone into a list here. So you don't want to become overwhelmed by that. You just want to click on classwork. Okay, so when you're in classwork, you're going to see, you're thinking out loud, oh, okay, well, Miss Rennick has categorized things. I see she has a section for contact information, and that was a survey she had sent out. I see she's posted some resources for me. There's the survival guide. The Great Gatsby ebook is here with the audio feature. I see we have a discussion forum. It looks like where we can talk about things or post answers to questions. This one has no due date, but I noticed that is Gatsby a good person? Is Gatsby a good person? Why or why not? That is an assignment because it has a due date. That's not due until next Monday. And then I keep going and I'm like, oh, okay, week 1. So everything here must be for the first week. First thing I see is that everything's labeled with a number. Week 1.1 or 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, and so on. 5.4 is up here and 5.5, even though that's out of order, it's all under week 1. Now, week 1 represents week 1 of remote learning, marking period 5, which is why it's 5.1, okay? Next week, assignments will start at 5.6, 5.7, and so on. So the first thing I see is week 1 calendar, and I'm going to click on that to see what I had to do for week 1. So when I clicked on it, it allows me to view material. I can't edit it, I can't make a copy of it, I can just view it. So I click on it, and there we go. It takes me to a calendar Miss Rennick created where I can view every assignment that is due for this week. It looks like someone's joined us. There they are, there's their icon. Okay, so I missed yesterday's assignment. Today is Tuesday, and I need to work on this, but I missed this assignment from yesterday. So I want to start here. I don't want to skip ahead. I want to go into my assignments in order. So I noticed that I still have a chance to get yesterday's assignment done because it's due today, March 24th. So it says I need to read chapter 5 of The Great Gatsby and complete the chapter 5 gist tracker as a Google Doc and turn it in electronically. Okay, so that's my first point of action. Okay, so I'm going to go to classwork for English 11. And here I am again. And now I'm going to click on 5.1. Now, the first thing I see is that I have something assigned to me. There are specific instructions of how to do the assignment. And if I keep scrolling down, I can see there's 3 attachments. One is the ebook, annotation steps, and then it looks like that's my name right there, test student, that's me. Now, if it was you logging in, you might see your name, Kadiatu So, or Rafael Collado, or somebody else, right? And it would have your own private name and document for you to work from. So as I in this section, I want to click View Assignment. So the whole thing will become my page. Now here we are. I can see that in the class, 2 people have commented. Miss Bacaj looks like she responded to Robinson, who wrote, I didn't know how to link my work, but I sent it to your email. So we want to avoid that. We want to make sure we're not sending work to the email, but we're uploading our work through Google Classroom. And if you had just looked right here, like I am, there's my work for this assignment. Test student, that's me. Now, I need to turn, whatever I need to view or can look at is here. And the directions are going to tell me what to do, and the calendar told me what to do. But the one thing I know I need to turn in is my GIST tracker to show that I did my work. So let's imagine I've read the book. I read chapter 5, I took notes, and now I'm ready to complete my GIST tracker. So I'm going to click on the assignment. Now, here I am, and I'm like, oh God, I can't type in it. Miss Reddick, I can't do my work. All I see is a screen. I can't edit it. So I know that you can't edit it when you first click on it. So you need to take a second and hover over here to where these 3 dots are on the right. And if you look carefully and click on that, it says More Actions. And when you click on it, it's going to say Open in New Window. And everyone needs to click Open in New Window. So now, here I am again. It looks similar, but if I look in the middle here, it says Open with Google Docs. Everybody needs to, now if it disappears, give it a second. Try to get it to come back. Scroll up and down, and it's going to come back. So I lost it again. I'm not going to freak out. And there. I clicked on the arrow and I caught it. Now I'm going to click Open with Google Docs. All right, so now it's taken me to that document where I can actually work in the GIST tracker right here in a Google Doc. Now some of the formatting might have shifted. It looks like this word got cut off, but for the most part, everything looks like it would if it was a handout in class. So instead of handwriting my GIST for each page, I'm going to type it. So let's imagine I read page. Okay, when that pops up, this file needs to be saved as a doc.x. Just click OK. All right, so I'm going to write my GIST for page 87. I read 87. Let's imagine I ask myself, okay, was it about a person, place, thing, or idea? It was about a person. And so I'm going to type in that. And the person was Gatsby. And what was it saying about Gatsby? Gatsby obsessed with Daisy, wants to meet with her. Okay, so notice that this is not a complete sentence. I'm just trying to write the main idea, the gist of what that page was about, as I've taught you in class. This is not necessarily what page 87 is about. I'm just doing this as an example. So let's imagine I continued. I typed all of my GIST work for the whole assignment, and now I want to hand it in. Well, I simply need to X out of this, because if you remember, if you look up here at the top, okay, right up there at the top where I'm scrolling, it says all changes saved in Drive. Every change you make is automatically saved in Drive. Last edit was seconds ago. So it's already there. I don't need to share this with anyone. I just need to X out and go back to, I need to go back to my classes tab. All right. Or back to my assignment 5.1, the one I was looking at. So this is that original page where I opened a new window. I just need to go back here and take the backward arrow to get back to that page. Or again, I can just go to the classes tab and do it all over again. But the quickest way is I'm just going to click back on that assignment and I'm going to hit the backward arrow, and now I'm back. Okay, so this is my document. There's my name again, test student. Okay, but I've already completed it, remember? So all I want to do is turn it in. So I'm going to hit turn in. And it says turn in your work. One attachment will be submitted for 5.1, read chapter 5 of The Great Gatsby, complete gist tracker. Yep, I want to turn it in. I did my assignment completely. I know I'm done. Click, turn it. All right. Now, if you look over here again for this section, it says turned in, unsubmit. So let's say I'm like, oh my God, wait, I forgot. You know, Miss Rennick wanted me to do the symbols. Now that I wrote in the instructions was optional. But let's say I said it was mandatory and you're like, oh my God, I did not type in my symbols. So I can unsubmit it. And when I click that, it says unsubmit to add or change attachments. Don't forget to resubmit once you're done. So I'm going to unsubmit it. And I'm going to pretend I had to go back. I added my symbols. Okay. And it looks like it's just taking a moment. So here I am again in the assignment. There it is. So see how it came back and now I can edit it again. So if I edit it again, I have to do that same process. I need to click on it, but I'm not going to be able to see it until I go to the three dots, open in a new window, and open with Google Docs. And just as we said, there it is. There's my assignment where I had typed my gist about Gatsby being obsessed with Daisy. And now I would add my symbols. So let's just imagine I'm typing nonsense here. This is my symbol work. And now I'm going to X out. All right, so now I'm going to X out of this and this. And I'm going to go back to my assignment again, 5.1. There's the tab. I'm going to go backward. And now I'm going to turn it in. Yes, I'm ready. I did my symbols. Turn in. All right, so it is now turning it in. It might take a minute. Just let it do what it has to do. And now I'm going to show you what I see. So now I'm no longer test student. I'm now going to be Miss Rennick. So I'm going to quickly go to my classroom. And I, again, look at my icon. I'm an R now. Now this is what I see as your teacher. So I'm going into period 8. And I want to see if my students did their assignment. So I'm going to go to classwork. And I go to 5.1. And I notice that 14 students have been assigned it who have not completed it, but 10 turned it in. So I'm going to click on that assignment and I can see who has turned in their work. Now I'm looking for test student because I thought test student turned in their work. I'm going to try to move this over here. Just got to scroll over. And there we are. There's my test student who turned in their work. So let's see if I click on that as your teacher, if it looks the way you submitted it. And there we go. Notice those are those crazy things we typed in for the symbols. There's the work that you did for the gist. And now I would grade your assignment, write you a comment perhaps, and return it back to you to see your grade. I hope that this has been helpful in understanding what you need to do on Google Classroom. Please, more than anything, please remember to look at the week's assignment calendar and only work on the assignments in the order and just use the calendar every week to help you